Coming up with the right fonts for a design project can be tough, especially if you're new to typography or just graphic design in general. In this movie, I'm going to show you a great website you can use to help build your next font scheme. The website is called iFontU, and you can find it at ifontu.com. On this site, you'll get several examples of designs that other people have created, and then a breakdown of the font combinations that they've used directly underneath it. Like, for instance, this one here, which uses Baskerville and Proxima Nova together. Many times, I'll have a font in mind when I start a new project, and its complementary font is the one that gives me the trouble. iFontU is a great resource for tackling that problem. Let's say, for instance, that you wanted to use Georgia in your design. Maybe that's the official company font, as was the case with the Houston Aeronautics Company that we saw earlier. Well, if I scroll up here and take a look at the right, you can see this list of fonts, and Georgia is actually on the list. And so when I click on Georgia, it's going to show me several examples of other designs along with the fonts that they use that complement Georgia. Like this one here that uses Georgia alongside Helvetica Neue, or this one that uses Proxima Nova and Georgia. At the bottom, alongside here, you'll notice a small heart icon which indicates how many people have liked this font combo. The way I see it, if more people like it, the better those fonts probably fit with one another. In addition to that, you can also do a search for fonts here at the top. So for instance, let's say that I wanted to find the font Gotham. I'll start typing out the word Gotham, and it shows up right there. If I click on that, it's going to show me, once I click search, results of Gotham and how it interfaces with other fonts. So I've got Gotham and Archer, Gotham and Vitesse Rounded, I've got Gotham Book and Garamond Italic, Lucida Grand, many different font combinations for the font Gotham. As you continue to explore this site and others like it, you're quickly going to pick up on patterns and trends that designers are using at any given time. These are undoubtedly going to change over time, but the underlying themes are generally going to stay the same. For instance, as we scroll through here, you can see that it's really common for people to use a sans serif font like Gotham alongside of a serif font like Garamond or something like that. And designers use these font combinations because it helps them to create contrast and easily discernible sections inside of their work. Keep that in mind as you're picking out the fonts that you want to use in your own projects. You always want fonts to be different enough so that they're easily distinguishable from one another, but at the same time, you need them to look as though they were made to be on the same page. It's a tricky science to master, but with enough practice and research, you should be able to get comfortable with it pretty quickly. So the next time you need to figure out what type of font to use with any other given font, try out this website or do a Google search to find even more websites that do the same thing. I think this will be a great jumping off point for you in your search for the perfect font.